Self-mastery is all about mastery over your attention. If you have control over your attention, you have control over your energy. In life, many things will try to drift you off from your true potential. But if you have mastery over your attention, you can be surrounded by all the negativity and still be the eye of the storm. As all of our five senses are designed to decode the outside reality, our entire attention is usually on the outside world. When our attention is outside, we completely forget ourselves. When we observe something, we forget the observer. Sometimes it can be something that you desire that completely makes you forget yourself. It can be a thing or a person. So when you give your attention outwards, your energy is going out. But when you look within, your energy, your attention goes inwards and it recharges you. It cultivates more energy within you. And you can relate this with inhalation and exhalation. If a person just exhales all the time, eventually they will die, because all the life force energy is just going out of your energy body. But the circle only completes when you inhale as well. So the same goes for your attention. You have to complete that circle. You have to realize that when you're observing something, the observer and the observed are the same. There is no separation. There is no duality. The separation only exists in the physical level. But on the energetic level, everything is one. So that's what happens when you meditate. All your attention that was given to the outside world, one by one, when you close down your senses, you close your eyes, you don't use any other of the senses, and slowly you cut off from the outside reality. And then the whole attention goes within, and you find a whole new world within you. And when the attention goes inwards, the energy crystallizes. It gets into the crystalline form. So one of the very powerful practices to understand this concept is to look at yourself in the mirror and first see your reflection as the observer. Then completely reverse the situation. Then see the reflection seeing you as the reflection is observing you. In the first process, you are the observer. But in the second process, you are the one who is being observed. So in the beginning, it might be frightening for some people. It might be crazy to even think about this. But this is very simple practice. And you will find that when you become the observed one instead of observer, all the energy that was going out, suddenly it starts coming back. And you can do this with everything, like trees, the sun, all the energy sources. When you look at them, your energy is going out. But when you look at yourself being observed by them, because there is no separation, you are one with it, that energy comes back within your energy field. And this is a very powerful practice because it makes you realize that separation is an illusion and everything is one unity consciousness. Another thing that acts as a barrier for mastery over your attention is your own mind. The level of mastery you have over your attention is determined by at what frequency you can get yourself out of the overthinking of the mind. How self-aware you are of your own mind. Are you aware of your thoughts? Do you think that you have a choice? Because every moment you have a choice. And you can only realize this when you are self-aware. When your point of attention is focused in your energy body instead of your ego, everything becomes different. When your point of awareness, your point of attention is focused in the ego, you are just living on the circumference of life. You are living life superficially. You think of yourself so small. You identify yourself with all the labels, with everything that you have gone through and the information that has been stored in the mind, your past conditioning. But when your point of attention is in your true nature, which is consciousness, pure awareness, you are no longer at the circumference, you are at the center. And automatically you become free from a lot of things, because most of our suffering only exists when we identify ourselves with the ego, when our point of attention is at the ego. And the moment you change that point of attention, the entire perception of life changes. Just imagine if the wave is the ego and the ocean is the entire consciousness. If you consider yourself the waves, it's obvious that you will suffer because the wave is very small. It's trying to protect itself from the entire ocean. It is considering itself separate from it. But when you realize that you are the entire ocean, how can you think of the problems of a small wave? Automatically you become free naturally from a lot of things. So it's all just a matter of from which point of awareness you are living. And to cultivate this point of awareness, the awareness of the oceanic consciousness, the only thing that you have to do is bring your complete awareness in this present moment. It sounds very simple, but it is very tough for the mind, because the mind only exists in the past and future. The entire concept of the mind ceases to exist when you start living in the present moment. It can only control you when you are not in the present moment. We all know that life is always in the present moment, but how often do you live there? Out of 24 hours, hardly we give 2 hours to this present moment with complete awareness. So this is why the essence of many of the spiritual teachings is to live in the moment, because if you can ground your attention in the present moment, you are completely free from the mind, and out of this present moment awareness comes awakening, because the consciousness and life only exist in the present moment. So no matter what you are doing, be there completely. If you are eating your food, if you are drinking your water, no matter what you are doing, just remind yourself that you have to do that activity completely with present moment awareness. And this is something that only you can remind yourself. And this is why you can put reminders. You can do something to remind yourself that you have to be in the present moment awareness. And in the beginning you will need those reminders, but by and by it will become your true nature, because who you are is already in the present moment. You can't exist anywhere other than this moment. It's your mind, it's your ego which needs past and future to exist. They can't exist without it. Only thing that exists is your consciousness, awareness. So shift your point of awareness from the ego to your spiritual nature. And this mastery over attention is not something that has to be achieved in the future. It has to be practiced and realized in this present moment. Much love to you all.